Hi, everybody. I wanted to do a quick video to demonstrate what I mean by how to find the content for the course, the readings, tutorials, and videos. So just a reminder, you need to do this through a web browser like Chrome. I recommend Chrome. If you don't have Chrome, you could also use Firefox or Safari, but you have to use a web browser rather than using the mobile app for Canvas. So even if you're on a tablet or phone, use a web browser to access the course that way by logging into Pipeline and then going into Canvas. So here we are on the home page for our class. And I will remind you that you should check the homepage every week because I will make changes there. I'm actually going to post this video under navigating the course. So the modules have all of the content as well as the assignments. So I can just click on a module here, but I'm actually going to demonstrate this by going to modules themselves. And this is a test. There's to see if you've actually seen all of the content you're supposed to see. Once you access a page, this little circle will turn into a green check mark saying that it's completed. So you can see in this example, I've only actually accessed 2 of those pages. I would need to go access the to-do list. I do recommend you go through everything in order. Although you're not required to. So I'm just going to jump ahead though to a content item. So anything that's a page that shows a little document like this, that's an external link, which either goes to a website or goes to a tool like a video or tutorial. All of those things are what I mean when I talk about course content. And then you'll see there's the other icons for the actual assignments. But I want to make sure you're going through all of this content before you start doing the assignments, especially as we move along further in the course. You will have a harder time being successful in those assignments if you haven't worked through the content first. So pages are pretty straightforward. We'll start with this one. For week 1, it's just a text page. There may be videos embedded in pages like this, but it's just a text page within Canvas. If I go to this next one, this is going to be a tutorial. So it's actually an outside resource that is linked within Canvas. So this is where the navigation gets important, because if I go and click the next button down at the bottom of the screen, I'm going to go to the next tutorial and I'll miss several of the pages within this tutorial. So I have to use the navigation buttons here within the tutorial first. So I click on that. It's taking me through pages in the tutorial. Sometimes there will be interactive activities where it's giving me questions. These are just questions to check your understanding. It's not a graded assignment. And so I need to keep going through all of these pages within this tutorial before I click the next navigation button at the bottom of the page to get to the next tutorial or video. So now I'm moving on to the next tutorial. You can see this one if I click through some of the navigation. In this one, it's got images, it's got another check your understanding type activity. Here within this tutorial, there's actually a page with a video on it, so I would need to play that video. And then I would go on again to the next button within Canvas. So if you think of it as sort of a box within a box, the Canvas screen being one box and the tutorial being a box within that, you just need to click the navigation buttons for the tutorial box before you go back to clicking the navigation buttons for the the broader Canvas navigation. So I hope that makes things a little bit, makes sense a little bit more. And if I go back to modules now, you'll see that once it loads, you'll see that it's giving me those green check marks for those pages that I did access. So obviously those come up even if I look at them quickly. Of course, I recommend that you go through and actually read everything on them and engage with the activities and all of that. But that's, so if you just look at it, that check mark will still appear. So if you just keep that in mind, if you're wanting to go back and check which one did you really look at, this is another reason why I recommend taking notes as well, so that you know, if you just jot down a few notes on each of these items in a notebook or in a Google Doc or whatever, then that's a way of reminding yourself what the content of each of those items is. And that will also help you remember whether you just looked at the page quickly or whether you really, absorbed that content. So I hope that explains the navigation a little bit more. Let me know if you have any questions, and have a great first week.